What's up, guys? Welcome to the show. Just got a quick one for you today. Just a couple of recaps and a couple race event updates. So nothing too crazy. So as most of you know, we had the beef electric shootout on Sunday, and it turned out to be an amazing event, really. The weather ended up being pretty much perfect. Can't really complain at all there. Actually, a hair of rain would have been perfect for the dirt track, but otherwise, it was 75 and sunny pretty much all weekend, and it was pretty awesome. Yeah. Racing went wicked smooth. Everybody seemed to have a good time. We did a great job of raising some money for beef. I don't know exactly how much it was, but it had been quite a few $1,000s that we got for beef between the techno raffle and the entry fees and T-shirts and stickers that we did.
Yep.
We ended up having, it was just a hair over 100 entries.
Yep.
So
11 heats.
Yeah.
In qualifying.
Yeah. So thanks for all the support for that. That was awesome. Shout out to Beef if he's watching. He seemed to have a great time. We went live on the techno raffle, which was pretty cool. Our buddy Adam actually won that truck. So that was pretty good. Adam's been part of our community for quite a while now. He's not a racer, but he definitely supports Madness.
He's got a collection.
Yeah, he has quite a collection.
But it's a collection he drives.
Yeah.
He's not like some people.
Pampers them, but he does play with them. But it'll go to a good home, and it'll stay relatively close to the community here. And so he came down and ended up claiming it that day, so we got a picture, got to talk to him. It was pretty awesome.
So I heard you when you were on the mic. I wasn't like watching or anything. I heard you say to him something like, you won the buggy. And I thought I heard something like, no, this is not a prank. Like, he didn't believe it at first.
Well, Tom called him on his phone.
Okay.
So instead of just reading the name off, Beef drew the name. Again, it's all live if you want to watch. Beef drew the name. Tom Bishop just made a phone call.
Yeah.
Ended up being him. And you know how phone calls are these days. And then, so he didn't know if it was spam or not. But I think he might have Tom in his phone, so I don't know if it worked out like that. I don't remember. But he ended up answering and then coming right down here because he was at his house and they live in Enfield. So
yeah, that was pretty funny. When he pulled in, I put two and two together and I'm like, no way. Because, I mean, kind of hard to not like him being the guy that gets the car. I think it has a much better chance of being preserved.
Oh, yeah. It'll be mint condition for the rest of its life.
Yeah, so that makes me happy.
I don't see him ever driving it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was pretty awesome. So that all worked out. And we did some smaller raffle prizes throughout the day, too. Ended up having quite a bit on that table over there as far as T-shirts. We had Tom had Monster Energy, J Concept, TLR, Tekin, Techno, a couple of stuff that we threw in.
Yep. I won one of the toolkits.
I think that's it. Might be missing a sponsor. Sorry for all of those guys watching.
Yeah, that was actually kind of a cool little, because like there's only one person's going to win the big prize.
Yeah, we had
so everybody got in on the action and
yeah, quite a few winners for the smaller stuff. And then of course we did trophies and everything at the end, and it was quite a perfect day. We started at 11, we were done at 5. Can't complain really about anything, honestly.
Justin Allen.
Let's
talk about my boy Justin.
Justin did finally put a race together.
Even when he wins, he loses.
Well,
he got bust his chops.
I've been giving Justin crap for the last few Friday nights because he can only string 3 laps together before he decides to crash into something. I've been trying to coach him and tell him you don't need to drive at 110% every single corner. Maybe just try driving it at 90 and stringing some laps together.
He doesn't, but you know what? I can only think of 2 or 3 people that are as exciting to watch as him.
Oh, don't get me wrong, it's entertaining.
Yeah,
but he didn't drive. He drove different on Sunday than he does on Friday night.
Yeah,
he is way more off the handle on Friday night than he was on Sunday.
He drove to win.
He drove good on Sunday.
Didn't drive it like a light switch.
Justin always drives like insane, but right on the edge, and then that one corner where he's just hammered around, he'll clip the pipe and just wing it off.
Yeah.
Like every other lap. And I'm just like, Justin, just slow down this much and you're going to kill it every time. He can't do that. That's not his style.
Full send, bud.
Pretty much. But he did TQ and win buggy and truggy, so. And there was some competition there, so.
Yeah, there was.
It was pretty awesome.
The only class he didn't take down was 40 plus, because he couldn't.
Not yet. Then might have to kick it to 50 plus. So Tom can get a trophy.
Oh.
Which Tom actually had a good race too, now that I just mentioned that. He was running the 40 plus. Carissa actually ended up winning.
Yep.
Oh, man, I can't remember a second. I'm sure I'm going to get beat up for that. I know Carissa ended up winning because she was chasing down Tom. Oh, I think it was Will Wamball, maybe.
Oh, I think it was.
Yeah.
Yep.
So it was those three basically going at it the whole time. Tom got away pretty early, like just went into cruise control and just floating around like Tom usually does, and basically had it locked up. But I don't know. I don't remember exactly if he messed up or somebody hit him or something. He ended up snapping a shock shaft about 3/4 of the way through the race.
No.
So Carissa was not too far behind, so she ended up catching up to him and passing him with like a lap to go. And then Will caught up to him and passed him, but he ended up sneaking in third place. He had enough of a gap to milk it around, and that shock was broke
just
bad, like
done.
dragging around the corner. Like I see him come down the straight, and it's just pushing. He could not corner it.
There's like one corner of the chassis that's just shiny.
Yeah. It was pushing horribly, so he ended up milking it along for. Had to have been at least, because it's an 8-minute race, so it had to be at least the last 2 or 3 minutes, and still pulling off a third. So.
Well, way to hang in there, Tom.
He had it locked down, but racing's racing. Carissa took it. So that was cool anyway.
Yeah.
Other than that, it was all pretty solid racing. Can't complain. A few good battles. Yeah, that's pretty much it for the beef race. You can check it out. I think the guys from RSMP were here, so I'm sure there'll be a video they're dropping soon. So check out their channel. Saw them running around all morning.
Yeah, they were doing interviews and candids and stuff like that. So they'll have some nice shots.
Yeah, so like our Facebook page, keep a look at that. I usually try to post up the ones that he sends to me. So if you want to check it out, you might be in it. I don't know. Mandy took some cool pictures too.
Yes.
He posted up some pictures on the Racers page. I caught those on my feed. That was some nice work too. He's always taking good pictures. If you haven't checked those out, check out the RCMadness Racers page. Pretty cool. And I think that's it for the beef race.
Yeah. So,
moving on from the beef race, Chris wanted me to touch on Thursday night on road. He just spent the day today, as we're doing the video, hanging up lights on the trailer, which I post on Facebook, so you can check that out. So Thursday night on the lights outside on the asphalt track, TTO2, Formula 1. Whatever you guys want to run, Thursday night asphalt racing out there. We got some nice lights on the building and on the trailer. So hopefully that's enough. We'll find out when it gets dark.
Nice.
So come down for that. Other than that, we have the barbecue blast coming up, the 8th and the 9th. That's going to be our next big event. That's turf and dirt. Dirt, 2-day. Turf, 1-day, Sunday. Keep trying to reiterate this because I always get about 20 phone calls about that one.
Yeah.
We do dirt 2 days because of nitro racing. It just takes a good bit longer. So that's why we do dirt 2-day. Turf 1. Food Sunday. That's it.
Easy peasy. Simple to remember.
We will do more updates and stuff as that gets closer, but we're still 3 weeks away for that.
Yeah.
At least.
It'll go by fast because you're going to be at the 4th of July, that whole weekend, whatever it's going to be, and
yeah, we get a little
and
break.
then it'll be race time.
Get a little break there, and then we're hitting it hard. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Nothing too crazy this week. Pretty mellow week here planned. We did move the trophy race for on-road to this coming Sunday, and we have the asphalt oval race Saturday. So just straight up on-road action this weekend.
Nice.
But yeah, other than that, that's all I got. Anything else, Alan?
I don't know. So a couple product drops.
Go for it.
Associated dropped a lightweight drive shaft and outdrive kit for the B74-2. It's not recommended for artificial surfaces, carpet and astro.
That's all the plastic bits that you and Manny were playing with?
No. So they have the plastic internal diff gears. They have the plastic ring and pinion diff gears.
That's what you had.
But then they just released these aluminum, basically from the diff, the center diff to the rear, and then the center diff to the front. So it's an aluminum drive and aluminum drive, kind of like the MOD pucks that they do, only it's associated. They come with like the little plastic puck inserts too.
Gotcha.
It's very similar. Really good way to shed weight. I would think that that's probably safer to do than the ring and pinion, because I know Manny's gone through several of those ring and pinion sets.
It's too high traction for it.
On carpet. I think on Astro, you might be able to get away with the whole thing.
I thought it was on the Astro they were stripping the ring and pinion when we were talking to them.
It might have been at least once, but I don't know if they had time on carpet or not. So,
fair point.
Buyer beware. Associated basically says, this is for dirt for less grip, but the Astro track isn't ultra high grip either. It's got the sand in it.
It's a bit of a gray area between carpet and dirt.
Right. And if you run a center diff, you can get away with more if you run a lighter diff fluid, because that builds give into the system. So that was kind of a cool drop. I ordered a set of those. I haven't put them in yet. And Serpent just dropped a new 2-wheel drive buggy.
Oh yeah, we were talking about that one for Justin.
Yeah, I brought it up to him too, not knowing that you guys had talked about it. The car looks cool. And was it Billy Easton that does the design for them? Like, it probably is a very capable car. For anybody out there that likes expensive one-off cars that aren't locally supported, Beef, I'm looking in your direction. Feel free to pick one up. We can build one and test it. It's cheaper than a Hot Bodies 2-wheel drive car, but it looks cool. And they do some clever things that other brands don't. Like, you can pull the idler with one screw.
That's interesting.
Instead of lifting the trans, splitting the case. One screw, that center shaft comes out, idler comes out. A couple of screws, you can get the input shaft out. So their transmission is like really well thought out. But it's one of those part availability and things like that. So I think it'd be a cool car to play with if somebody likes being different.
Maybe we'll pick one up just to fart around with it. Maybe. We did have another associate though. They just got the T64 and the SC64. We just got those. If
you've been waiting for them big bores,
we just got them in yesterday. Yep. That's the short course and the new stadium. They come with the new shocks. I imagine I didn't look into it too much. I know I got them in, but I'm assuming they just took most of the stuff that they updated on the buggy and applied it to the trucks. And
I'm pretty sure it's the same front. It's the same front end geometry. Obviously, the wider arms, stuff like that. The adjustable bell crank height. They did the big bore shocks. They had to update the servo mount to get it off the rails and get it onto the pan of the car. So basically what they did with the 6.3, they never did a truck or stadium truck, 0.3. So they skipped a generation. But if you're looking for a new stadium truck or short course truck.
Yeah, we're definitely going to try to get stadium and short course going a little better over the winter season. Of course, obviously now in turf season if you want to, too.
No reason not to.
Yeah, definitely going to try to get both of those classes pumped up.
I'll just end up throwing 13mm shocks on my T6 too.
Cheaping out.
Well, I like the narrow pivot anyway because the thing rolls. So I'll just put the shocks on it and send it.
I was prepared to buy a whole buggy and show the people what they want, and then you're just going to put shocks on an old car.
So that's what Tyler P is going to do, but we can build the Madness car. We can build the demo. Show everybody all the new hotness.
Unreal. Tyler just likes playing with old cars.
They're classics.
Classics. T6 too. And on that note, that's all we got for you guys today. We'll see you guys all next time for the next update.